Hello everyone, Splash here, and today we're building an ugly box. Exciting, right? Nah, it's a wolf breeder. And the basis of it is this simple. It is not very expensive when it comes to materials either. And you only need 3 tools really. The workbench, the pickaxe, and the hoe. That means that basically if you have the guts to face wolves just after defeating Eikthyr, this is the build for you. Start things off by digging a hole as deep as you can on a mountainside, or a hillside really if we're gonna be realistic about it. Keep in mind, I am doing this in my sheety hammer world. You would probably not be running around in snow. Not like this at least, quite yet. Widen the hole towards the edge of the mountain. This is where your cubs will end up, and you will want to be able to release them somehow later. Flattening things out down here, not really necessary. It's just for the looks of it, really. To make sure our 2 top dogs keep breeding, we need the cubs to drop at least 10 meters. I am gonna add another 2 meters here though, just to be sure, because we all know that these wolf cubs keep piling up on each other like Lego blocks. This pillar here is just for measurements, so we don't need to make this fancy in any way. We just need to raise the ground on this side of the hole and make sure that we keep things at the correct height. Oh yeah, and we want a straight edge here because otherwise it will be difficult to measure out the rest of the building. Okay, so here we go. Grab these small floor tiles and have them hanging over the ledge by 1 plank like this. We can also remove this pillar now because we don't need it anymore. Time for walls. 1 on each side and 1 in the middle. We do need to prevent the walls from moving around too much though, so we're making the middle wall a bit thicker. This we're doing by placing doors, 1 on each side, and then on the spot where the door is placed, we're placing another wall. I misplaced that wall. I need to change that. 2-star wolf can't fit in that little area there. And then we remove the doors. For the smaller walls, you might need to add another wall on each side too. The floors here, they are really important because you want them there to make sure your wolves walk into these booths on their own free will. They don't want to walk over holes in the floor. Most of these floor tiles will be removed later because otherwise we'll have cubs stuck up here instead, and we don't want that, do we? Oh, and these floors are for you to be able to move around. They will be removed later as well. These little 1 meter poles here are just there to create snap points for us later when we need to quickly put up half walls at the right height. So, I sheeted in a couple of 2-star walls here. As you can see, they can walk into these little booths all on their own. I just need to keep them in place with these half walls right here. Oh, I think this guy is a bit too close to the back. Yeah, I can't snap that in place there. I need to push him forward a little bit. Scooch over, Ben. There we go. Now we can put it up. Perfect! While we're building this, these guys might turn around, and we don't want them to turn around. We want them in this direction, facing towards me, where I'm standing right now. And to make them stand still like that, I will need to remove some of the floor tiles before I put up that wall. If I go too early, I might fall through, so now, when the walls are up, I can remove the 3rd and last floor tile before I go get the other guy. Same procedure as last year if you've seen the sketch, dinner for 1. Now, we do want our little wolfies to be safe from drakes, which would be the normal case, from death skeetos in our case. So, we will build this wall around them. And this wall will be built all the way down to the ground, like a tower on one side and just a little hut on this side. Make room for some double doors. And, of course, the workbench that we've totally been using all this time. We will need to put a chest in here to make sure we have food items close by. And now we just need the roof, really. Oh, and the doors, of course. These floors we were supposed to remove, remember? Do that. To make sure the wolves don't turn around. Now we have a wolf that's turned around anyway, so we'll have to fix that straight away. There we go. We are using this high fashion thatched roof, and we're not building with an overhang or anything. Yeah, I told you I'm gonna make a box, right? We will change things up a little bit by the door. Ooh. Let's make this shoebox look a bit fancier. Oh, that's perfect. Only curtains missing. And here we'll just put up the normal 2-meter wall tiles from top to bottom. Nothing to it, really. From here, we will put up a bit of a roof to make sure the cubs have some space to grow up in. Three rows should give us enough space, I think. It's a really simple build. You really don't have to look at all this. We make room for double doors here because when we go get those walls that we want them to be able to rush out of here fast. That isn't necessary really, it's just for the fun of it, and you will see soon. Oh, and here I put in this floor, which I definitely don't need. It's just me being overly cautious. I'm making sure that there is no spot where anything can creep in and hurt our little creatures in here. Stairs are hardly needed. It's just better for us to be able to move back and forth up there without having to jump. That's the only reason, really. And you can hear the feelings all around us all the time. If it hadn't been a hammer wall, they would have been here. They would have invaded us a long time ago. Look how close we are. Look at this. There's wolves everywhere. Alright, let's turn this hammer world into a normal world and see what happens with all these wolves and feelings everywhere.